All right, well, ace fifth. Guaranteed 10 card fit, right? All right, so partner opens a spade and you make your response or whatever, and let's say partner starts driving towards slam. We set spades as trump, and partner eventually bids for no trump. And let's say you've got another ace down here. So you've got an ace in a minor suit, so that your response would be 2 key cards, right? Well, normally you would bid 5 hearts, right? 2 key cards, no queen. However, in this situation, you should bid 5 spades. You show 2 with the queen. Why would you show 2 with the queen? Because partner opened a spade. So you are in a guaranteed 10 card fit, right? If you're only missing 3 cards in the suit, what can happen as far as how they break? Well, they can break 2-1, in which case the queen always falls if you don't have it. 3-0, you might get a marked finesse when you see who shows out and still be able to pick up the queen. And then only in the rarest of circumstances, because a 3-0 break is very unlikely anyhow. And so it's so unlikely that you have a loser in this suit that what we do is we show the queen anyhow. So your bid with this hand, if you respond to key card with your 2 aces and no 10 card spade fit, should be 5 spades, 2 with the queen.
So if
now,
your partner does
if your
that,
partner is looking at the queen,
yeah.
now they will know, oh, you have 5 trumps. We'll assume the partner is key carding correctly, right? And didn't mistakenly bid 5 spades instead of 5 hearts, right? Of course, if partner's looking at the queen, then they didn't need to know whether or not you had it anyhow, right?
Yeah.
But there could be a situation where the opener, what if the opener is asking and has king fifth and doesn't have the queen? They may stay out of a slam if you deny the queen, right? Oh, we're off a key card in the queen. But you probably don't have a trump loser. So you want to pretend as if you have the queen. So yeah, that's a good point, and that is a standard thing to do. But you do need that 10 card fit, because the queen's not always going to drop for you in a 9 card fit. And if the suit breaks 3-1 and the queen is in the wrong spot, you may not be able to pick it up. Definitely not in an 8 card fit. In fact, you want to be real careful about bidding grand slams in suits in 8 card fits, period. Even when you have ace, king, and queen. I'm not saying don't do it, but there still is you could get a 4-1 break, which would be enough to make the hand just tricky enough that maybe you can't take 13 tricks.
One more question. Do you ever go past if partner shows you a specific king and you're thinking that maybe you want to pursue no trump? Do you ever go past that?
Okay, so that is a good question as well. And generally, somewhere buried in here, I probably have an appropriate hand for this, but I don't know if I'll have it today. So, well, this isn't a situation where you're going to run out of room. So, it is possible that. Well, let's just go through a regular king-esque and not the queen-esque. All right. We can approach it that way. Hearts or trump? Partner bids 4 no trump. Asking for key cards. You give your key card response. Partner bids 5 no. Asking for specific kings. And as we said before, confirming, yes, we've got all the key cards, right? So if hearts or trump, the question is, and I assume this is the kind of thing that you're getting at, Partner may want to know about the king of spades. But if we want to show it as a specific card, that is going to take us past 6 hearts, right? We can now no longer stop at our small slam in hearts. The answer is, should you give that answer? Yes, you should. Because that may, in fact, be the card that the partner needs to know about to bid a grand. Maybe partner's thinking about 7 hearts if you have the king of spades. Or maybe partner's thinking about 7 no trump. At the very least, partner probably doesn't have a void or something like that, because they are using key card, which we said we normally avoid with a void, right? And so if partner's not crazy distributional with a void or something like that over there, they are probably prepared to play 6 no, even if you found a heart fit. And so as long as you are willing to try 6 no instead of 6 hearts, if partner gives you a response that bypasses 6 of your trump suit, that would now be a sign-off, right? And, you know, hopefully you're thinking about this sort of thing when you bid 4-0 in the first place. What you might be thinking in the back of your mind is, hey, we found a heart fit. We've got something we can key card off of. And then let's say partner gives you this answer of 5 clubs, and it confirms that you have all the key cards. You might be saying to yourself, okay, maybe we have a grand, maybe we don't have a grand, maybe we can't get to a spot where we can really count 13 tricks, which is what we want to be able to do to bid a grand. But you may be at the point where you're like, well, hey, we've got all the key cards. There is no quick loser out there. I probably have the same 12 tricks in no trump that I have in hearts. And then, of course, if you're playing match points, that's ideal, right? If 6 no is playable, you want to choose 6 no over 6 hearts just because it's going to score a little better for you. And that does make a match point difference in duplicate games. Now, if you have a real distributional hand and you would be uncomfortable with a final contract of 6 no trump, then that could be an issue. So think about that, before you make your specific king ask. Am I comfortable stopping at 6 no? But if we have that auction, that's the play. It's okay, partner, we're not going to bid a grand, but we are going to still bid a small slam. Might just be in our suit. Any other questions about any of these sequences? By the way, if we get into a king ask, let's carry this auction through one more step. Okay. Remember that when you respond to a king ask, you might have multiple kings. Keep in mind also, and remember, king of trump is excluded from all of this, right? There are only 3 kings in question, and it's the 3 non-trump kings. Because we've already dealt with the king of trump in our original accounting here, right? 4-0 handled that. So what if we were to see an auction like this? Again, say we found a heart fit. Partner showed 1 or 4 key cards and hearts. We bid 5-0 to ask for specific kings, confirming all of the key cards and the queen of trump, that we possess all of those cards. You bid 6 clubs. So does 6 clubs say anything about the king of diamonds? No. This person could still have it because we bid cheapest, right? So if you have king of clubs and king of diamonds, you should bid 6 clubs. So now the key card asker is bidding 6 diamonds. What's going on here?
Asking.
Good. Who said that? It was-
Well, it's easy to say
Alright.
it now, but yesterday.
Yeah. Why is six diamonds asking for the king of diamonds and not showing the king of diamonds?
Because if you had it, you'd just be bidding your slam. You would have been looking for the.
Yeah,
club one.
if you were thinking about a grand slam and the card that you needed to know about to bid a grand was the king of clubs, you wouldn't bid six diamonds. You could just bid your grand, right? Because remember, we're looking for specific cards. What if this person, in addition to finding your trump fit in hearts, what if this person is looking at ace, queen, jack, yada yada of clubs? Well, probably thinking, okay, yeah, and remember that during the auction, hopefully you are envisioning the play. Like, okay, I can see how this hand's going to play out. I'm going to draw trump, and I'm going to run all these great clubs after trumps are out. But I need to make sure the suit is running, and if it is, we're going to have 13 tricks.
If he wants the
Right.
king of spades, he can't really ask for that.
Well, you might remember you might get a response of six spades.
Okay, then you could.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
And that would take you past six hearts, but that's okay because if the king of spades is what you were looking for, then you were thinking about seven hearts or seven.
How would you ask
Right.
for it? So he's told you he has the king of clubs. You would ask for the.
All
king
right.
of-
So if I were to bid six spades here,
Then he go to no trump. 6 no.
six spades would be asking for the king of spades. And if partner has it, and the idea is if you have it, you should bid the grand. If you don't have it, you sign off. If you are asking for the king of spades and this person doesn't have it, then they sign off with 6 no, right? Because you're already past 6 hearts. But that's okay because we said by virtue of the fact that you are asking, understanding that partner might not have the card you need, you are saying that's okay, we can play 6 no on this hand too. So this is an asking bid. Who's the captain on this auction? It's this person, right? What does the captain do? Does the captain ask usually, or does the captain tell? The captain asks, and you answer like a good little soldier, right? That's how it works. It's like I'm asking the questions around here. How many key cards do you have? All right, got them all. Good. Which kings do you have? I've got the king of clubs. Do you have the king of diamonds? And then, again, since hearts is our fit, if you don't have it, you sign off at 6 hearts. If you do have it, you can jump to 7 hearts. And then if opener wanted to correct to 7 no, they could. Yeah, sometimes you can have a plan of attack where you're actually thinking very early on in the auction, it's like, okay, I know we found a suit fit, but I'm thinking about no trump. You could be thinking about no trump the whole time. But you still like to have a key card suit because it allows you to find out about specific cards, right? I mean, even if you're thinking about no trump, the king of trump and the queen, or the king of your established trump suit, the queen of your established trump suit, and these outside kings, yeah, these all are relevant cards.
Seems like if the first answer is my lowest king is a spade, that looks like trouble. 5 no 6 spades.
Yeah, but but remember, your partner is the captain and has taken control of this hand.
Yeah.
And your partner is unlimited,
Yeah.
and so even if you open the bidding with a bare minimum, you have to trust it. And remember, all of our not just slam progressions, but all of our auctions toward game and slam. Remember, we're always operating since so often it tends to be the responder who takes control of these hands. Remember that we always proceed as if partner has a minimum for their bid, right? So you open the bidding, a heart, and you have just squeaked out this opening with your 12 count. Remember, partner is operating under the premise that that's the hand you have. Until proven otherwise, until you do something to show a stronger hand, you should always be playing your partner for a minimum for their bid. But But that's fine because a lot of times, you should still be thinking about slam. Say, okay, I don't need partner to have extra values. I just need partner to have a minimum with a few of the right cards in it. And that's a good way to approach slam generally. Is that, ask the question, if partner had the perfect minimum, would this slam have play? And if the answer to that is yes, then you should probably be making a slam try. No guarantee partner's going to have the exact cards you need. So, whereas, if you're like, well, I need partner to have, probably about 16 points to be thinking about slam. Well, partner may not have that hand, and still may not have the cards that you need, even if they do, right? Could be 16 points in queens and jacks that don't help you when you just really care about a particular king. So that's why also, and this is sort of a general thing. I would say that like where I see people get into the most trouble with bad slams tends to be hands like this. Now it's a nice hand. It's an 18-point hand, right? So partner opens a club. All right, well, you're balanced, but you do have a 4-card major, so you're going to bet a spade, right? Now partner raises to 2 spades. I can't tell you how many times I see people just immediately launch into that. Because partner opened and you have 18 points. But I can construct a lot of standard minimum openings, which is what partner has, right? Where partner opened a club and then all they did was raise to 2 spades. So they're probably in that 12 to 14 point range, right? So best case scenario, you have 32 points together, which is, right along that slam fence. So we may have the points for it, but look at your hand. It's balanced. Let's say partner gives you an answer that says we have all the key cards. Can you count 12 tricks on this hand? If you can, I want to know how you did. I mean, partner could have the ace of diamonds and the ace queen of spades, right? Ace of trump, queen of trump, ace of diamonds. Those are the most relevant cards, right? All right, that's already 10 points right there of a minimum hand. So partner probably doesn't have a whole lot more than that. Maybe partner has the king of clubs or the queen of clubs. But now already we're to an opening hand. Maybe partner's clubs aren't that great and they have the queen of diamonds. Maybe they have the jack of hearts or the king of hearts, right? I can give partner a lot of opening hands and slam is going to have 0 play. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't probe with this hand. You may very well have a slam, and partner might not be balanced, even though you are. Maybe partner has a more distributional hand. But what I'd rather see you do here is probe with some information at a lower level. And you're always going to game, right? That we know. I mean, you found a spade fit, partner opened the bidding, you have 18. You're definitely going to a game. And maybe the game is 4 spades, or maybe the game is 3-0, since you're balanced. Both would be considerations here. But you don't want to give up on slam. So, you end up having to do something else to probe here. And, what is that something else? Well, maybe you can do something that will help you find out where partner lives. Once we found a spade fit, for example, I might, you could do something like bid 3 clubs, which I don't think can be passed. I think that is forcing. And now maybe you'll find out, see what partner has to say. Because at this stage, this just looks like a game try, right? And so one of the ways you can find out whether or not partner has kind of a bad opening is If partner doesn't cooperate and just goes back to 3 spades, maybe that would slow you down, and keep you from going crazy and, looking for a slam. Because if we're following, the normal use of key carding here, and our thought is, well, we're going to go, as long as we're not missing 2 key cards or missing a key card and the queen of trump, we should be in slam. But I don't know that you should with this kind of hand. What would be useful here, actually, that is part of your packet for some other options, but it would be a little hard to implement it since we found a spade fit,